Hello everyone and welcome to a video where I get many Faraway Oasis world records, but before you guys see all the world records that I got and where it ended up finishing, I just want to teach you guys this brand new shortcut that was found just the other day. Yep, that's right. You go right through the boxes. So, here's how it's done. Basically, you get a super mini turbo coming out of the water, and you want to hop in the water basically on to the brick road or wood road or whatever this is. You want to drift left, hold wide, and then you want to release your mini turbo as soon as possible. Make sure it's on the right side of this dashed line in front of you. You want to make sure you start your charge jump basically on top of that line or further back. So once you do that, you want to aim for the face on the left side of that box, and you want to make sure you get a left charge jump into it. And if you clip both the left side of the face and the wall at the same time on the left, you will fly like crazy and be able to save upwards of 0.7 of a second if you get it really nice. And it's doable on every single lap as long as the box is there. Let's get into the records. So hey guys, I got the Faraway Oasis world record, Shroomless, and I'm going to show it to you guys right now because there's a brand new shortcut on this track. I don't know if it's going to be used online very much, but it is a very cool one. I'm going to try and push this further, but this is the start of the video, so you guys are going to see, oh, I have all my overlays on, so I'm going to turn those off right now. Okay, now, now we're going to show this world record real quick. 204.939, I believe. So, if you're wondering what the new shortcut is, well, I'll just let the run play for itself because it's quite incredible how it works. There I tried to get the phantom trick on the ground there, which the world record gets. You basically get it by shaking your controller like crazy. I did not get it though. Missed that trick there, which lost a little bit of time. I'm gonna maybe try and push for a sub 204 at some point. But yeah, here's the new shortcut. You're using the box to launch yourself to the left, and it saves about half a second every single lap. That's right, half a second with that little box cut, I guess, the Faraway Oasis box cut. And someone in my Discord found it just the other day, so I wanted to try and use it to get the Faraway Oasis Shroomless world record, and we got it. But of course, like I said, I'm going to try and push this even more. For example, that Shroomless shortcut, absolutely terrible. The pole bounce, the pole super bounce, needs to be improved. I could have taken that, turn a little tighter as well. And I think this one on lap 2 wasn't great. It was okay. That's like the other version you can get, where you have to slam into the wall, which is, it looks scary, but it's just as fast, really. So, unfortunately that lap wasn't very good because of the pole bounce, and the lines before the pole bounce weren't too great either. But here on lap 3, this lap was pretty insane because this pole bounce right here ended up being, even though it was a little bit too, you know, too much of an angle, it worked out really well. And of course, gotta get the box cut once more, and it was pretty good. It could have been a tiny bit better, but yeah, that's the first run of the video, and hopefully I can improve. So I improved, not by much, but I improved to a 204.849. I really feel like this was a pretty terrible run, but you guys are going to see just why, because it was just like, none of the laps were phenomenal. None of them were that good, but that brings a lot of hope for me because I feel like I can really destroy this track. I think my lofty goal of a sub 204 might not be possible, at least today, but I think if I keep at it, I can probably get it fairly soon. And I'm just gonna have to just be patient, because a lot of these strats, especially this one, are very janky and not super consistent. Like that I've never seen before. Like, I just had to adjust on the fly to that. It was very nice because Spike kind of just decided to face towards the finish line, which he never normally does. But he also, sometimes you get kind of stalled and get almost no forward momentum. It was like a kind of hybrid in between the two. So, yeah. This NISC was really, really, really bad because I ate so much off-road. And that's what cost me probably a really good run, and a run that could probably I'd be happy with, at least. That also was pretty bad. It looks much worse than it actually was. Like, not getting the trick boost and just completely going sideways looked really bad, but it sent me really far to the left, that box clip. So it actually wasn't the worst thing ever. And I had literally no idea going into this lap that I was on world record pace. I'd gotten to a couple of these points before, but it was just like, I would either fail a NISC or it'd be a slower version of the pole bounce. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna throw myself at this and just hope that it works. And here, it was basically perfect. That final cut sealed the deal, got me the new improvement for world record. And I forgot to mention this, but I am now 0.3 ahead of the previous world record on this track, which is on Stingby, very interestingly enough. Well, I got another one. This actually had... This was a roller coaster ride. This whole run was just, like, up and down. Yeah, well, let's just watch it, because this was, definitely something. So... This was only, like, 10 minutes after I got the previous world record. It's not as big of an improvement as I would have hoped, but it's still something. And all of the shortcuts in this run are just wild, because none of them are completely normal or, like, regular. They're all completely insane. Let's just watch this first one. So this one I go, like, really high, and I don't hop out of the off-road, which is what you're supposed to do, because I thought I would go too far. So that was the first shortcut that was just... That's the least wild. This one was weird because I got that same thing, but I hit the wall. So what happened on lap 1 of the last world record basically happened to me there again. But it was way different because I had a lot more forward momentum this time, and I just bonked the wall. Which, you bonk the wall a lot, but not with the way that looked. Anyways. Now we're waiting for the next shortcut to come up here. And this actually might have been the most normal shortcut. I actually don't remember. Not really. I mean, that was pretty high. Like, 2 really, really high pole bounces. Or super water bounces, whatever you want to call it. You're not necessarily aiming for that. You want to get kind of low air. That was really, really good, though. That's what gave me the hope that I could actually still world record this, because there's almost no way to get that consistently, but you just get it sometimes, and it's really nice when you do. And this next shortcut was actually crazy, because I thought the run was over after this, and you'll see very quickly what I mean. I got not enough air at all, but I got the perfect hop out of it, and it just barely let me through the off-road in time. And now we just need to go through the boxes. And barely. That would have been like a 0.5, 0.4 had it been a good one. But I kind of had to release and then tap brake a little bit in order to make it to the finish line. But yeah, I'm going to try and get this even further. But yeah, this track is not normal at all. Oh my gosh, this run could have been the world, but it's still good. Like, Oh, wow. Okay, I'd say this was probably, like, low 204 pace, but you'll see what happens. This was, yep, Spike stare into my soul in disappointment. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of these shortcuts now, like all of them. Like that right there. Wasn't great. It was the start of the run, you know, usually I watched a video where I can't remember who it was, but I think it was like someone was interviewing Alberto in Mario Kart Deluxe, and Alberto said something that will always stick with me, and he said that if you want to be a good time trialer, you always play out the runs. Doesn't matter how bad your lap 1 is, just play it out, because you'll get better at the track as it goes on. And even though, like, normally, before I'd say I saw that video, I probably would have restarted once I saw I got flunged really wide. I know that's not that bad of a time loss, and trying to fish for a perfect run is just never gonna happen. So, you know, it's important to really hunker down and just, like, sometimes runs are going to be awful, but you just play them out anyways because, you know, you put yourself in pressure situations so you can perform later. And I gotta say that lap 2, by the way, was one of the fastest laps I've ever gotten. 40.8. I've gotten faster ones, but that was when I was testing out going around for coins on lap 1. And those 2 coins really do matter a lot for if you do end up going for them. It's just it loses 0.5 on or 0.6 on lap 1, so I just didn't think it was worth it. But anyways, this cut right here was the most disappointing thing. Yeah. If I got shot to the left even without the trick, it would have been maybe sub 0.5, but I just had to go into the finish line and see what it was because it was such a good pace. But anyways, we're getting close to a really good run, so hopefully I get it soon. Okay, it's not perfect, but we have beat the previous world record by 1 second and 1/1000th of a second. 125. Let's watch the run. So the lap 1 is a 42.0, which is basically the best I get normally. In fact, I think I maybe have gotten 1 or 2 41 laps before. So the fact that it's like a mid-point 0 is amazing. And you'll see why here, because I barely get on the rail, and then this super pole bounce is insanely good. That is basically how you want to get it every single time. And I think the box cut is even better than what the pole cut was, which I think I get absolutely shoved to the left, yep. And that box cut is not very consistent as to where you go, but if you have the right alignment, you're going to be able to get it somewhat good. It really just depends on how good you get it. So yeah, so lap 2, literally all it comes down to, everything else is very consistent. You can get every single time with no worries. This and the ending cut, the box cut of course, very hard to get perfectly. That wasn't the best super bounce pole cut thing because I clipped a little bit of the off-road, and you're going to see this box cut is not good at all. It's very bad, but it was workable. I at least was able to cross the finish line, even though I bonked my head straight into the right side there, but that's all you really need. It gave me a chance to go for a good lap 3 here, and I believe this is probably a 40.7 lap 3 with the time I got. So yeah, this was just really good, very similar to lap 1, except I clipped a tiny bit of off-road. Didn't really matter that much. It was probably just as fast, but this is what really made the run right here. It was this final box cut that just flung me to the left, helped me finish the run. the 2:04.125. So we beat the world record by over a second officially. And this is probably the end of the video, unless I could get a miracle one while I cool down for this track. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, in case this is the end, and I'll see you guys next time.